Dan's an idiot. Ollie's grumpy.
Love science!
Nicky's cute. Mike's bad. And Kirby's a clown.
I'm in the corner!
They are the guinea pigs, 5 of the most stupid people in the universe. And this is Professor Stewart Milligan,
Now who says physics is boring?
one of the cleverest. And they were made for each other, for in every dumb thing the guinea pigs do, the professor finds science.
Elastin allows it to be stretched. Hooray for science!
Coming up on tonight's show, therapy helps Dan conquer his fear of heights. Can moobs lactate? And how do fart pants work?
Yes, it smells. Ugh.
You'd have thought by now that the guinea pigs, 1, knew how to dress themselves, and 2, should be prepared for the unexpected. Especially Ollie. Don't worry, it was just Dan's slop. It wasn't anything that could kill him, like a penny.
Mass murder! Humans cleaved in two! A rain of death from above! It's the myth that won't go away. A penny dropped from a great height like the Eiffel Tower will split a pedestrian's head in two. The theory being, the greater the height, the greater the damage the penny will do. There's no doubt dropping a penny from this height might give you a bit of a sting.
It hurts.
But when you drop it from the next floor up, it's not much worse.
In fact, it doesn't matter how high we drop the pennies, they still won't kill Nicky.
And whatever you do, do not try this at home. There are 2 reasons why the pennies aren't killing Nicky. 1 is they're not very heavy, and 2, because of their shape, they will always be slowed down by air resistance. In fact, someone has even tried to fire one from a rifle, and it still wouldn't have been able to kill anyone.
Oh.
Well, that would explain this.
As you can see from the second level, they're still not dead. So let's see what else they've got for me.
So if you really want to split someone's head open by dropping stuff off the Eiffel Tower, try a piano.
As you can see, pennies won't kill anybody from the Eiffel Tower.
And that's one myth proved wrong by science and the guinea pigs.
There are 2 requirements in becoming a guinea pig, stupidity and fearlessness. As we all know, Dan is lacking in neither, except for one key area, his fear of heights and flying.
So what's the best way to help Dan? We're going to strap him to this beautiful biplane and take him for a ride. It's something I think should be called extreme exposure therapy.
The first step in Dan's therapy involved taking him on this mystery tour to this airfield in Gloucestershire. We then very gently told him what we were about to do.
Dan's going flying! Dan's going flying! La 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 la! La 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 la!
Hello. I'm not as pooing myself as I think I will be, but give it half an hour. Let's press record again then, shall we?
In moments of crisis, some people turn to God, others to their parents. Dan calls his girlfriend.
Hiya!
Hello.
Yeah, so we've just turned up at some airfield.
Oh, honey, I love you.
I'm quite scared.
Good luck.
Alright, I love you, babe.
I love you, sweetie.
Oh, fear is kicking in, man.
Yeah, what's he going?
I hate heights so much. I'm so scared.
About 1 in 5 people have a fear of flying, and logic is no cure. We all know that flying is safer than driving a car. 29 times safer, in fact. In a world of logic, that should mean that 29 times more people would be afraid to get into a car than on a plane. Unfortunately, numbers and figures don't cure anxiety disorders. Hopefully this will.
Now, exposure therapy usually involves exposing someone to the source of their fears slowly over a period of time with the aid of a trained therapist. This normalizes the person to their phobia. Exposure therapy, guinea pig style, dispenses with the therapy altogether and gets straight to the source of the fear.
By the time he's on the plane, Dan's heart rate is 174 beats per minute. This is the equivalent of doing a hard, fast run. And he's crying.
If you really don't feel comfortable doing this,
Yeah.
you really don't have to do it, as long as you feel comfortable.
Don't say that to me, because I just won't do it. What am I doing? I'm giving.
This is the scariest thing that Dan has ever done, and this is his biggest fear in the world. And if he does this, he can be so proud of himself.
Scared pig! I'd be so scared by now, let alone scared of heights. He's really revving himself up over there. Look at him go. He's rocking out. He's done it! He's done it!
Yeah, he's doing really well.
I think he might be screaming a lot, but if he enjoyed it.
Oh my God! It doesn't seem like I'm high at all! I'm walking in the air!
Who would have thought it? The experiment is a complete success. Even though Dan is currently 1,200 feet in the air, his heart rate has dropped to 130. And he genuinely looks like he's enjoying himself.
Dan! Oh, yeah, so good and Dan.
That was crazy good.
How do you feel about heights, Dan?
Oh, I reckon I accomplished that. Everything just looks like a toy.
Well done, Dan. So all you need to cure a fear of heights is a biplane and a complete lack of common sense.
Cows do it, goats do it, even kangaroos do it. But can a man do it? There comes a time in every boy's life when he asks himself one of life's most perplexing questions. Why do I have nipples? And is it possible to make milk with them?
Can a man really lactate? It sounds preposterous, but would you believe it? It's true. The few studies to have looked at this think that overstimulation, that's rubbing to you and me, can get the male glands back to life. Naturally, I had to test this out on the guinea pigs.
And as Ollie has by far the biggest moobs, male breasts, the professor didn't have to look far to find his candidate to undertake this month-long experiment.
I'm going to try to lactate myself using this wonderful pump. Pump, pump.
I feel the milk coming.
Most people think that mammary glands, the organs which produce milk, are a female-only club. but men have them too. It's just that we don't normally notice them because they're so small.
Apart from Ollie's, which are remarkably big.
But they are there, and they can be made to work. In the US, there's a group of fathers who call themselves Milkmen, who claim to have been able to breastfeed their babies. And talking of idiots, how's Ollie got on after a month of mammary manipulation?
No, I'm not lactating yet.
No, not knocking. Not knocking at all. Don't remember it.
No, hang on.
No milk, no.
No milk. I've been trying to lactate myself for the last month. So far, I've got absolutely... Oh, it's not my bell.
Idiots.
Still to come on Guinea Pigs, an aerial homage to Mr. Bean, and the science of bottom burps with Nancy Lamb.
This man got full of poos with him as well.
Hello? Hello? Here's a question for you. Do carrots really help you see in the dark?
Every day for the rest of the week I'm going to be doing 10 to 15 carrots, which is a few pounds a day. According to the dietitian, I have to take this vitamin supplement to prevent any adverse effects.
Oh, the humble carrot. People used to call it Queen Anne's lace because it was grown for its decorative leaves, not the orange root we now know and love. But do they help you see in the dark? The myth was first touted during the Second World War, when it was rumoured that the reason why the British pilots were so good at taking out the Luftwaffe was because they ate so many carrots. And that's why I chose Kirby for this experiment. He'll believe anything.
By the end of the week, all these are going to be gone. Maybe I'll really take to them and have supervision by the end of the week. All week, you say?
There are 3 potential side effects of consuming too many carrots. One is that you become really annoying.
What you doing?
I'm working. What are you doing?
Why?
2, you can become exceptionally stupid.
I've been told that by the end of the week I'm going to be able to see through people's clothes.
And 3, it can turn you orange. Actually, I'm kidding about the first 2. You have to be born that stupid. But carrots, or to be more specific, the beta-carotene found within carrots, can turn your skin orange if taken in large enough amounts. And by large enough, I mean huge amounts. As much as Kirby every day for a month. And nobody likes carrots that much. Unless it comes in the shape of carrot cake. I love carrot cake. With frosting. And then it's called passion cake. Delicious.
I love carrots. Nice carrot. Plenty of vitamin C or B or something or other. I don't think so.
Actually, Kirby, carrots are an excellent source of vitamin A, which helps maintain normal vision. But does that mean having lots of it can help you see in the dark? Let's find out.
I've just found out why I've been eating carrots all week, and that's to see whether my vision in the dark's improved. So I'm going to be trying to avoid these tennis balls coming at me at very high speed. With my new vision, I should be able to see in the dark, so we need it in the dark, please. There it is. And we also need a baseline to see how the non-carrot eaters are doing. So we've got Dan and Mike here.
First into the tennis ball firing line are Dan and Mike, who haven't eaten carrots.
The count was about 9.
That was 15. Okay, the average amount of times getting hit is 12, so I'm going to try and get hit less times. Wow! Yeah, I do. Science in motion. I got hit 20 times, so turns out I can't see in the dark at all with carrots. Doesn't work. Thank you, Milligan.
Well, Kirby, what you need to understand is that if you're in total darkness, nothing is going to improve your eyesight. Carrots won't make you see in the dark. Stupid boy. And as to the RAF's amazing success during World War II, well, they had radar. Stupid Nazis.
Everyone farts. It's just that the guinea pigs do it more often and smellier than anyone else. Surely there must be something we can do. Before we can cure the symptom, we first need to induce it. To do this, the boys have been put on a strict fart-inducing diet.
How are your farts coming along, Mike?
No farts yet.
My stomach feels a bit dodgy this morning, like there's something brewing.
How are your farts this morning?
Yeah, all right. The odd one, you know, my bugle.
That was my fart. You probably won't be able to hear that one, but that was a good one. That was a good one.
Smells like time to bring on the solution.
These are fart pants. The manufacturers claim that the charcoal pad in the rear absorbs all the smell that come out from the bottom. Sounds like science fiction? Not so. You see, the charcoal works like a sponge. It absorbs gases at a micro level. The air can pass through the pants, but the nasty gases stay in the charcoal. That's the theory. So let's put it to the test.
To be truly scientific, we needed a nose which could tell if the farts were trapped inside the pants. So we enlisted the help of world-renowned chef Nancy Lamb to see if the charcoal could do its job.
What have I done? My God, you all got very small parcel in between your legs. What are you going to do for me today?
We're gonna fart!
The sounds produced by farting are due to the vibrations of the anal opening. The loudness depends on the speed at which the gas escapes and the tightness of the sphincter muscles of the anus. But why do some farts smell more than others? As we saw earlier, Ollie had a big steak and an egg sandwich, both of which contain sulphur. And the more sulphur there is in your diet, the more hydrogen sulfide you produce, and the smellier the farts. I think Ollie has something brewing.
Nancy, I need a toot.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like disappointment.
How's right in there?
God, it smells sour. Wow. Ooh, did you drink a lot of milk, baby? Wow, hairy bum. Smell!
The more observant of you may have noticed that Nancy has got a bit too excited. She's meant to sniff the boys' bottoms through the pants to see if they stop the smells leaking out.
Whoop! A hairy bum.
Nancy, I've got to fart.
All right then, toffee nose, up there.
Finally, a pig who can keep his pants on, and the experiment is back on.
No smell. Back you go.
I think you like old Nick, don't you?
No, I don't like anybody of you.
So fart pants really work. At last, the solution to all our aroma woes.
Earlier in the show, we grappled with the concept of exposure therapy guinea pig style by attaching fear of flying Dan to this plane and sending it up in the air. And would you believe it? It worked.
Of course it did.
But we still had some fuel left, and one pig dumb enough to reach for the sky as he attempted to defy the laws of gravity by making water float.
Now that sounds impressive. The concept of water falling from the sky is a pretty easy one to grasp. It's always raining, snowing or hailing. Happens all the time. But what about making water float? Impossible? Not so. To make this happen, we needed a special kind of pig, with a special kind of stupidity, verging on the psychotic. We needed Mike.
Right, I'm going to go up in the plane for this to prove, and do a loop-the-loop to prove Newton's law of gravity. I'm not sure how it works, but hopefully this should stay in the grass.
That's going to go all over your face, Mike.
I have faith in this bloke, Newton, all right?
As you can see, Mike is a little bit nervous. Mike will now fly loop-the-loop, and when he hits the top of the loop, he'll be upside down. And if our science is correct, he'll be subject to zero gravity. To prove it, he will remove his hand from the top of the beaker, and if everything goes to plan, the water will stay there. If not, Let's just hope he's strapped in well. Good luck, Mike.
I'm still not seeing any red liquid come off. He's doing all right at the minute, I think.
Here comes the loop-the-loop. Mike is currently over 300 metres in the air and he's travelling at 240 kilometres an hour. But will the water stay in the beaker? Yes! Yes, it has! Well, most of it anyway. Mike has seemingly defied the laws of gravity. Did Mike defy the laws of gravity? Of course not. Gravity was still there, pulling the water down. But at the top of the turn, this was balanced out by the upward momentum given by the plane.
Milligan, move over. Newton, get in.
Muppet.